to this live session. So, guys, we have a vital topic we want to discuss, and that has to do with Mr. Peter Obi coming out to call on Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. We all know that Peter Obi is someone who is always careful in talking because these politicians, they like to take advantage of any little mistake. Last time, there was a time Reno Mokri was saying, oh, Peter Obi is not condemning Nnamdi Kanu. Peter Obi has not come out to condemn what Nnamdi Kanu is doing in the Southeast. Peter Obi. And that is why Peter Obi is always careful. Peter Obi is always careful. If you are from the Southeast, you know that the protest of Nnamdi Kanu is genuine. It's genuine because the marginalization is real. I mean, the marginalization is real. The Igbos have been dumped. The Southeast has been neglected. You hardly see the federal government presence there. During the time of Buhari, the Southeast suffered a whole lot. I mean, the Southeast really suffered. We didn't have anybody to speak for us. Buhari himself, he just like his cabinet was made up of the Northerners, and he gave attention to the North and a little bit to the Southwest. But when you come to places like the Southeast has been neglected. Let the truth be told. The Southeast has been neglected, and that's why we needed a Southerner to become the president of Nigeria. And people wanted that change to happen. They opted for Peter Obi. But we all know what happened during the election because Nigeria thinks, some people think they can outsmart Nigerians. They sold the mandate. And today, Tinubu is in Aso Villa, and he believes it's the turn of the Yorubas. He has also make up his closest allies to be people from the Southwest, and a few of the portions or the positions he has given to the Northerners. So you can imagine how, coming from the Southeast, you feel when you see all these things happening. And that's why people say, oh, let's divide Nigeria. It's not as if we cannot live together. But when you live, in a family and you feel oppressed, sometimes you feel like running out of that family. And that is exactly what is happening in the Southeast. So Mr. Peter Obi has come out today to call on Tinubu to see reasons to release Nnamdi Kanu because of the insecurity that we are experiencing in the Southeast that has led to businesses dumping the Southeast for other parts of Nigeria. Take, for instance, Davido just had his traditional marriage with Chioma. Guess why they held it in Lagos? Because of insecurity. They didn't want a situation where they'll be traveling to the Southeast and all of a sudden you hear that, oh, unknown gunmen came out from the bush to do anything and all that. Because we know that because Nnamdi Kanu is being held in detention, criminal elements, possibly they are not even from the Southeast. They've taken advantage of that vacuum. Some of them might even come from different states, come into the Southeast region, cause mayhem and disappear. And because Nnamdi Kanu is still held in detention, these people cannot easily be identified, and this problem cannot be solved. So it's really a welcome development that so many people are airing their view, calling on Tinubu, telling him to see reasons why you should let Nnamdi Kanu go. If not for any other thing, let businesses in the Southeast thrive. Look at Flavor. Flavor had the funeral of his father, his late father. He's from Anambra State, but guess where he went to hold this funeral? In Enugu, because he was thinking of the safety of the people who were going to attend that burial. So he decided to go to Enugu to hold that because he felt Anambra wasn't that safe for him. And all these are happening because of, the lapses that we have, because of the vacuum that has been created. And that is why this government should listen. Even Atiku Abubakar has told Tinubu, release this guy, let him go. They can't even find anything. Malami, under the Buhari's administration, just bundled him home because they felt, oh, he's somebody we've been looking for. But at the end of the day, they don't even have any case now to settle. And the court has told them, go and settle with the federal government out of court. Your matter cannot be solved here. Just go and discuss with them. You guys should reach out an agreement on how to settle this issue. That's what the court ruled. And we've been looking forward to seeing the action of the federal government. I believe that the lawyers to Kanu must have reached out to, to the Attorney General because he's the one in charge. And who knows why this delay is still taking place. But honestly, the Southeast is being affected because of this insecurity. If you can remember, this other day that Biafra Day was celebrated, there was also a stay at home order. And guess what? Some students couldn't write their WAEC. Some students lost out from writing WAEC on that day because of the stay at home order. That means those students have been taken 1 year backwards. They have to come back again the next year to write WAEC. By then, their mates are already in first year in the university. So you can imagine this level of setback that the Southeast has been experiencing in businesses. You can imagine that every week there must be a sit-at-home order that is going to be observed. You know what that means? There might even be weeks that they observe it 2 times in a week. Banks will be shut down, the markets won't be selling, and you can imagine when you multiply that across 1 month and multiply it across a year, then multiply it across 5 years, or maybe three, let's just say 2, 3 years, or since Nnamdi Kanu was held. Just multiply it for you to get an understanding of what businesses might be experiencing. If not that the hustling spirit in the Igbos is what is sustaining them, I tell you, people would have really lost out of business because it's not easy for you to shut down your business, a whole 1 day, and it's happening continuously. You can't really, there are people that need to go out for them to eat. So you can imagine what happens these days. They don't go out to make money for themselves and for their families. And that is why everybody is like calling on Tinubu. Don't wait until the next election cycle because possibly they might want to use this, for politics. They might want to use it for politics. We saw in the last election, Tinubu scored almost zero because Peter will be almost 100% in the Southeast. So they might want to use Nnamdi Kanu's situation for politics. And if one should ask, does it mean the Southeast will continue to go through all this until, we are close to 2027? God forbid. And that is why so many people have come out to say, Tinubu, the way you release Miyetti Allah leader, a man whose organization has come out severally to say, oh, yes, we buy this person because our car was stolen. We buy this person because they injured our car. Our cow. We buy this person because they did not allow our cow to graze. They've given all kinds of reasons why they are buying people's lives. And of recent, the Miyetti Allah leader went and formed a kind of joint task force that will be protecting them. That's in a country that has a constitution. They now went and formed their own police. That was even what led to his arrest. But guess what? The federal government has let him go. Now he's no longer in their custody because the Fulanis even threatened the federal government that if you don't release him, you will not believe what the criminal elements among them is going to do. That's what one of their spokesmen said. And before you know it, the president has released him. And Miyetti Allah leader is walking freely. Why not just release Nnamdi Kanu? Sometimes I just keep wondering, why is it that when it comes to the Southeast, the case is always different? Why is the case always different? And when you look at our political leaders, none of them is standing up to the occasion. Look at our governors. Nobody can challenge the status quo. Nobody can come out and make case for Nnamdi Kanu because they are all afraid. If you talk, you die. Like Dino Melai will say. They don't want to talk. When you talk now, it's either they use the judiciary to pursue you, to remove you and remind you that your election was rigged, or you used a false date or forged certificate, or this. They will remind you of all kinds of things. Or even your own allocation might be either reduced or might even be denied. We saw during the time of Buhari, he paid attention to the APC governors. The PDP governors saw hell under the leadership of Buhari. That's to tell you what this country is all about. And when we say that the center, the federal government is having too much power on it. They want to be the ones to oversee the security agents, to oversee the governors, to oversee every parastatal, every government body, everything. You must go to the center. And how has it helped us? It hasn't helped us in any form. That is why you see Nigeria is moving backward instead of moving forward. And we will not keep talking because we don't want the situation in the southeast to deteriorate. Look at the north. Why the north is suffering the way they are suffering is because nobody is speaking up. Nobody is picking up. Do you know that there was this will I call it explosion or what? I don't really want to use terms that YouTube does not allow in this video. That happened in Borno State yesterday during a marriage ceremony. Somebody just came in and blew herself. It's even a woman. It's even a woman. That's to tell you that if you allow things to happen, the more they keep happening, the more the situation will be getting worse. This is northern Nigeria, and they are not paying attention to other. We don't want the southeast to become, a place that people that are not even from the southeast want to take advantage of. Some of them will come in, strike and run, and then they will say, oh, the southeast is bad, the southeast is doing this, the southeast is not in order. But you don't know that the people who are doing, even the one that happened recently in Aba, some people have said that it has a political undertone. People want to come in so as to dent Alex Otis' government, and then it will appear as if Aba is not safe for environment, for businesses, and people will not want to come in. And that is why we are saying that, honestly, this government needs to listen. This government needs to listen. People like Peter Obi has come out to air his view. This other day, a Labour Party House of Assemblyman was on Channels Television. Even he visited Buhari recently. This weekend, he visited Buhari. I saw it on a headline that he visited Buhari to plead with Buhari not to stop Tinubu from releasing Nnamdi Kanu, meaning that people are scared that, Tinubu might want to Buhari might want to tell Tinubu, don't release him. And also, we've heard that some Southeast governors don't want Nnamdi Kanu out. They are afraid he might disrupt their governance. I don't understand. Nigerians. I don't understand this. We saw during the time of Buhari, before Buhari came into power, when Boko Haram was still just, was just coming up, Buhari said any attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. They so much believed in these people despite their ideology, despite how fierce they look and the way they do things, the way they execute, the way Buhari came out to say any attack on them is an attack on North. Until today, nobody bothered about that. If Peter Obi talk now, they will say, Peter Obi, yes, when election time is close now, you see, they will want to use it against him. They want to remind the world, Peter Obi, you support Nnamdi Kanu, you support terrorist group, you support this, you support that, and you want to become president. That has been the strategy, They make the Southeast to boil so that they will tell others that the Southeast is not even fit to become president. As if Daora, you need to listen to one of the northern elders that was on Arise Television. He said how many local government areas, 20-something, have been turned into IDPs. Nobody reports that in Katsina State. He even said Katsina State is even worse than Borno, that is normally known for Boko Haram and whatever. He said Katsina State is more deadlier now, because IDPs all over the places. And he brought a picture of the state of children in northern states. Some of them are suffering from kwashiorkor and marasmus. They are looking lean as if they are dying tomorrow. And the north, I don't know. You must, if you are close to my channel, I made a video where the police commissioner in Zamfara State made a shocking revelation. He said they caught bandits only for them to realize that a lawmaker was among them, a local government chairman was among the bandits, and a community head was equally among the bandits. Nigerians, who did this to us? Who? And the Zamfara governor himself came out to say they handed over these bandits to security agents and they took them to Abuja, only for him to hear that these guys have been released on bail. Nigerians, can you tell me what you make of this? These bandits were handed over to security agents, and it was finally reported by the Zamfara state governor, not I hear say, no, that he himself was shocked to hear that these people have been released on bail. Nigerians, who is fooling who in all this? Who is fooling who? You just find out that what is happening to the Southeasterners is that, will I call it that generational hatred, that the Southeast has suffered right from time, just that natural hatred. But though the hatred has still not hindered them from progressing. The people are progressing. They are working strong. They are doing their businesses. They are surviving all the hardship, that have been placed on them. Sometimes somebody can order container of this one coming, and you will hear that that product has been banned. That container has been wasted. The money invested is gone. That's what so many of our Southeasterners have experienced under this government, not this present government, even the previous ones. It has never favored the Southeasterners. It has never. And that is why we just keep asking, why is that of the Southeast different? Why is it different? It has even got to the point that, the governors are even the one rising against their people. We saw what happened in Imo State. How even our young guys, innocent people, it got to the point they would tell you that when you go to FMC in Owerri, you will see corpses that nobody came to claim. That happened under the watch of Hope Uzodinma. But if you go to the north, somebody like Buhari will tell you attacking Boko Haram is an attack on the north. We don't have such firm leaders in the Southeast. If we have firm leaders, they would have settled everything with Nnamdi Kanu, no matter the cost of whatever he's going to ask for. They would have settled this issue of let's divide Nigeria. They would have pressurized the government that was on ground at that moment on why they should see reasons to discuss with Nnamdi Kanu. But all those didn't happen. We saw during the election, all the candidates say, I'm going to dialogue. I'm going to negotiate. I'm going to dialogue. I'm going to negotiate. We are going into the second year. It will soon end of this government. Nobody is even talking about that negotiation. And now the court has said, go and settle out of court. And still, we've not seen anything that came up from that. So, Mr. Peter Obi has come out to lend his voice calling on Tinubu for the sake of the people in the Southeast, so that there will be peace, there will be tranquility, people can go about their normal businesses, especially now that there's hunger in the land. You can't afford to have market to sell in your shop and you locked it because somebody is held in detention and there is a lock and key order that people shouldn't come out. Why can't they just solve this matter and solve it for the Southeast so that the Southeast can experience some level of peace? So, guys, honestly, it has got to that point where everybody is picking up. I love it that everybody is picking up. Peter Obi has also not kept quiet on this. He has come out to tell Tinubu, release Nnamdi Kanu, if not for any other thing, so that the Southeast can have peace and people will not be pointing fingers and telling us that, oh, it's because the Southeast. Like I just gave you reference. Okay, the person who was even condemning Davido having his marriage in Lagos was saying that, imagine if Davido has celebrated this marriage or has carried out this marriage in the Southeast, how much people would have, economically, the impact that would have had on Imo State. The bread sellers on the road will sell, the banana sellers will sell, the pure water sellers will sell, the mineral sellers will sell, even those of them that have small, small kiosks and they tie little, little granules, they are selling with collar and all that, they will sell. Because we saw the number of persons that came to the video's wedding, traditional marriage. So you can imagine if that had happened in the Southeast Gogo, it would have impacted on the economy, whether you like it or not. At least flights like Air Peace would have had, a whole lot of go and come back, drop and pick and all that. That is what we are saying. Then the airport in Owerri will equally be busy. Or other airports. Some people might want to land in Enugu and then drive down to Owerri. It would have impacted on the economy. But why didn't it happen in the Southeast? There was fear for insecurity. That's why Davido had his marriage in Lagos. And Flavor also had the burial funeral for his father in Enugu instead of his own hometown in Anambra State. People are scared, even if there's nothing, even if nothing will happen, people will just nurse that fear, and they will start taking action, and people will be pointing to those actions and say, oh, the Southeast is not safe, the Southeast is not safe. So, guys, Peter Obi has made this call, and I think it came at the right time. It came at the right time. I don't know what you make of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So I felt I should share this with you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Support us by liking this video so that YouTube can recommend it to more people. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.